Hello everyone and welcome to Blind Beauty. I'm Jennifer. Now I'm on a new camera, and all that, so I do apologize if the sound quality is not as good as normal. I am working on getting a thing from the manufacturer of the camera. It's an Actitop camera. So they are going to send me a thing where I can still use my microphone. So I do apologize if the quality is not the best. But what we're going to be doing today is I am going to be doing an unboxing and first impressions. Now this is a box from Profusion.com. I don't know if y'all have tried anything from Profusion. I personally haven't that I can remember. So, just ripping this open here. I have a old eyebrow razor that, is done for, so I went ahead and decided, heck, instead of just throwing it away, use it to open boxes for a little bit. So, but this here, Profusion had a 35% off site-wide over Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So that's what I did. I got this stuff here at 35% off. Now usually Profusion is a very affordable brand. It has bubble wrap all over this stuff, so that's a great thing, by the way. Whenever it comes to makeup, I like to see that they have bubble wrap on items. All I got was a couple of items here. I didn't get a whole lot. And I do have my little receipt thing here too, so I can tell you how much things were, possibly. Keyword, possibly. Actually, I don't think they have the prices on here. But, no, they do not. They don't have the prices. They have the shades, or the shade, rather, of one of them. But they don't have the prices. That's okay. Roughly, I think one of these was 10 originally, and the other one is 7, I think. Now, I'll show you the palettes I got as soon as I can get them both open here. Get all the tape off. But I've got all sorts of different things coming. Coastal Scents, Elf, all that. So let me know if you like this kind of thing and if you want to see more unboxing first impression type videos. Because I want to do what y'all want to see, not just what I like to do. Okay. Now this one here, I'm sorry if it blinds you, but it is so cute of a packaging. It is called the Profusion Sculpt and Glow Palette. It is a 9-color contour and highlight palette, it says here. And this is what it looks like. It's got a real pretty metallic border to it. It's see-through, which is really nice. Because I like being able to see what's in my product. And then whenever you open it up, it actually does have a little protective film over it, which is good. It's not one of those things that you have to fight to get into, like some of the products. But it is still secured with tape once you get into it. Oops. And I just scraped one of my highlighters trying to get this off. But this here, it does come with a brush. Really nice, soft brush, actually. I mean, but it's a smaller brush. And what I'm liking so far, from what I can see of this, is they actually have names on here. Like medium sculpt, light contour, beige highlight, glaze, smashing, charisma, euphoria, fizz, and lightning. Okay, we're going to start at the bottom. Whenever I'm looking at it here, that bottom one there is the medium sculpt. And I said that we were going to do a try-on. So that's what we are going to do here. Gotta try to find me a mirror though. Because I kind of sort of forgot to get me a mirror out. Here we go. I'll just use this Crown Pro palette for my mirror. Because neither one of these, that is the one drawback on both of these that I got. They don't have a mirror to them at all. So, we're going to do a little bit of sculpting. I think instead of the medium sculpt. We're going to go with the light sculpt because I don't have a heavy-duty makeup look on today anyway. I could have started with the eyes and then worked my way back. But this is more of a... It's still a cooler tone contour, which is good. I like a cool tone contour. So... And I just put that on the top of the brush. Sometimes I'll go on the side, but this time, since it is a thinner brush, I went on the top. I'm not really seeing that. I'll do swatches here in a second of it as well. And I'm in a different location as well right now. I'm sitting in my, what I call my comfy chair, instead of my typical desk setting. So I don't have everything as, you know, like a hard surface to put stuff on as much. So, but what I just used was the middle shade. Yeah, and even on my finger, if y'all can see that. I mean, it's a fairly light contour. This would be good for someone that is really pale skinned, that light one. But for me, since I'm about medium, probably do need to go into that medium shade. Do a little contour there. Yeah, that's better. I mean, it's not overly bam in your face contour, which is good. Now, I did not put blush on. I could not remember for the life of me if this had blush to it. So, but I personally can't see blush on me anyway, so, oh well. But yeah, I've got Coastal Scents, e.l.f., Amazon stuff I've already opened, honestly, because that comes in pieces anyway, not just a big thing. And I'm going to take this and go right along like the hairline, basically now. I mean, it's nicely pigmented. Really nicely pigmented, actually. I think this was the $7 palette. But still, even the medium shade is like a grayish brown, but still, it's not like over the top. It's not a harsh contour. I did it right next to the light contour shade. There. So, now, here comes the fun part, the highlight. You got, it looks like at least one matte. Pretty much the bottom row of this are your matte shades. You got your beige highlight that would be good for setting in the under eye area. Then you got like a, let's do some actual swatching here. Glazed is like a champagne looking highlight. Then you got Smashing, which is more of a goldy colored highlight. Well, actually, to me, Smashing is a combination between Charisma, which is a goldy highlight, and Glazed. That's Smashing right there. It looks like those two got together and had a baby. And then we'll go ahead and swatch these on the back of my hand here as well. I mean, ooh, pretty. Now, the Smashing on my skin, it looks like a more natural highlight. Right there is Glazed, Smashing, and Charisma is on top. So, that's those three. I mean, really pretty. And whenever I blend it out, all three of them together, that's what it looks like. I didn't grab any wipes or anything to do, you know, wiping them off, so. Ooh, that's real pretty. This is Lightning, right here. It's more of a straight up white highlight. Then you got Fizz, which is a lighter gold, like almost like a white gold is what I consider that. And then you've got Euphoria, which is a pinky toned highlight right there. Ooh, real pretty. That fizz actually reminds me a little bit of Champagne Pop. Lightning is on the bottom, Fizz is in the middle, and Euphoria is on the top. So, let's see here. I think I'm going to go in with that Smashing. Yeah, it's smashing, baby. It's smashing. We're doing some smashing highlight. Now I can't see that. I didn't use my mirror, so I'll grab my mirror real quick and check it. Make sure I'm not too crazy on the highlight. Yeah, that is more of a natural. I can barely see the glow, but I can see a little bit of glow. Just a very little bit. But that's okay. That is more of... I think this palette will be good for people who do want a more natural highlight as well as a more in-your-face highlight. And a more... Well, I guess you could say there are some in-your-face highlights. It looks like... I mean, shoot, that lightning shade at the bottom here, that is in-your-face highlight. That is white. Like a white lightning. White lightning! And if I'm not mistaken, that is a $7 palette right there. Then the other palette I got, oops, my little thing stuck to it. And this has the same outer edges, the shimmery, you know, metallic outer edges. This is the Profusion Sienna's palette. 21 shade eyeshadow palette and dual-ended brush. I did lay out a brush because I knew what I ordered, obviously, but I did lay out one just in case. Oh wow! And this is more, if you like reddish toned eyeshadows, this is the palette for you. I think this was a $10 palette, and you can get Profusion sometimes from Target, from Walgreens. I read somewhere that even Walmart has started carrying Profusion now. Now, this also has a bunch of real pretty shades. You got almost a mustardy yellow in here. You got... We're not going to swatch every single one of these. If y'all want an in-depth review on these products, let me know in the comments down below. But you got some real pretty deep warm brown or warm reddish tones, and then you have your reddish brown tones as well, your burgundy looking shades. To me, this kind of, if you look at this palette and then compare it to the one that I had over here, I mean, check that out. This is the Crown Pro. I mean, that's pretty darn cool. That's Crown Pro. I can't get it open. I'm not sure which Crown Pro palette this is, but yeah. Trying to open this other palette one-handed is not too easy. Okay. But this is the Profusion Sienna's palette that I just got. And then this here, I don't want to blind y'all. This here is the Crown Pro palette. You can see a lot of similarities. I've heard that you can almost dupe the Anastasia, one of her palettes, I can't remember which one, honestly, with this palette, because it's got, like I said, a lot of rosy tones, a lot of deep peachy tones. It's got bronzes, it's got gold. I mean, it's such a beautiful, beautiful palette. Okay. I think I'm going to go very simple. I'm going to start out with, we're going to go with Adventurous. At the bottom, second corner, it's like a, basically, I'm going to use it as my crease color anyway. I got swatches all over my hand here. It's that color right there. It's like a, almost a cool tone brown. Really. And I'm going to actually use the brush that came with it. The brush has one flat shader side and then a blender side, pretty much is what they look like to me. I mean, and they are so soft. I've heard good comments by Sabrina, different people about how good these brushes actually are that come in this palette. So, we shall see. Again, I'm going to start out with Adventurous, and I'm going to put that in the crease. And on my lips, by the way, right now I have a shade called Maple Kiss. So, and I'm using the flat side that's technically the shader brush side, but I'm putting it on the end of it rather than on the side. I'm putting a little bit of that in the crease. Only thing I would say Profusion needed to do better is put a mirror. Yeah. But I don't even know that you can find Profusion on Amazon. I couldn't say 100% or, you know, on that. So put that in the crease. Like I said, we're going more simple, not too crazy, not too wild, but more simple. Then I'm going to take Madly, I think, which is this real pretty burgundy type shade. It is the 5th one over on the bottom. And we're going to put that in the outer V and outer half of the crease, using that same thing that I was using. Okay, and a little tip, make sure you tap off your brush with this one. With this palette, I mean, in general. And on the rest of my face, I just have, besides what y'all saw me put on with the sculpting stuff, I used the Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid Touch foundation. And then I put on the NYX concealer, NYX HD concealer, as well as the Shop Miss A AOA Studio Perfect Pressed Powder. So that is what I have on my face. And then I used one of the AOA brow sculpting pencils as well in caramel to do my brows. And then on the lips is Maple Kiss. So that's all that's on my face right now. I mean, this shade is real pretty, actually. Let me go ahead and swatch that for y'all, too. Yeah, right there. It doesn't swatch as pretty as it goes on. You just have to slowly build it to get the intensity that you want, which I would rather do anyway with some shadows because it's easier to add than to take away. And then I'm going to take the fluffy side of this brush, and we are going to go in with Conquest, which is the 3rd shade on the top. The 3rd shade on the top. It's like a... Let me go ahead and swatch it here. Now, the first swipe, you know, it's a real pretty goldy... I mean, it's my shade, really. You know, like a... To me, it looks almost like a rose gold. And it does have glitter to it, so. And I'm taking the fluffy side and going to put that on. Now, I could very easily do the other side and just use the side of it, but I'm not. The one thing I'm noticing is the ones that do have shimmer to them, you can tell there's a roughness, so I'm wondering if it's an actual overspray instead of an actual, you know, full-on shimmer shadow by the texture. Because once you get past that initial application or touch, it's not as bad. Now I'm using my ring finger I'm putting a little bit on my inner third of the lid. Whenever you use your finger, if y'all have seen my videos before, you know I say if you use your finger, it makes it more pigmented. Okay, and then you have both a matte and a shimmer highlight. So we're going to go with the matte highlight in Polite. Hey, it is polite to be matte, so we're going to go with matte. And I'm putting it on my ring, or pinky finger rather. I'm putting it right there on that inner tear duct area, and on the inner fifth of the eye, I guess is what you can consider it. Really, I gotta redo my nails, so please forgive my nails. Actually, Wet n Wild shadows, or not shadows, nail polishes, the Wild Shine, which are the dollar eyeshadows, or I keep calling them eyeshadows, nail polishes, they're actually not bad. They used to chip really bad on me, but they don't now. Oh, that's real pretty. I went a little overboard on one area, though. I mean, that is actually real pretty. Not over the top, more what I could easily wear like a burgundy lip with. I could wear a red lip even with this, if I really wanted to go bold. Because sometimes, if I want confidence, y'all, I say go big or go home, if I want confidence. But if I'm wanting more subtle, you know, and then that one little pop, then yeah, I might go bold on the eyes or bold on the lips. I won't go bold, usually. But, I mean, this palette, it is actually a really pretty palette. We'll go ahead and swatch a couple other shades in here, though, just to see how they swatch. We'll do this real pretty yellow. Let me wipe my hands off here. This real pretty yellow shade. Ooh, that is bright. And that is in Serendipity. And then let's go with this, one that's really hard for companies to do, seems like, is purples. So this one here, at the very end, Devoted, because we just did Serendipity right there. I'll actually swatch it on my hand here in a second. And then here's Devoted right here. It's like a purpley red, you know, burgundy, deep burgundy shade. So, and that actually is pretty good too. So let's do a quick swatcheroo. Ooh, that's what that looks like. I mean, y'all, I'm, at least first impression, I'm actually pretty darn impressed. So those are the Devoted and Serendipity shades right there. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this. Now, I know some people may not say that's actually a haul or whatever. That's why I'm just calling this an unboxing. But, you know, let me know if you do like to see things like this. I think the eyeshadow palette was a $10 palette, and the highlighter contour palette was a $7 palette, I think. I could be wrong. But you can go to, I'll try to link their website down below if you want to check that out. And that right there is the finished first impression video. And I'm actually somewhat impressed. I mean, I've had eyeshadows do a lot worse from other companies. Now, I didn't have my lighting like I normally do, but this really is the lighting that I sometimes will get ready in right here, without the extra lighting and all that crap anyway. So, y'all are seeing the real deal. Y'all are seeing how it really is. And let me know what you think of the quality. I have, you know, fans going in here to help cool it off a little bit. So I do apologize if you hear that. And if the sound quality was not the best, hopefully in a week or so, hopefully, I'll have a way to hook up my microphone again and start using my microphone. But I'm going to be playing around with my setup a little bit to get things figured out. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.